Welcome, collective. So, when I first started this reading, I had to re record. I was hearing I know ball. If you guys know that phrase, it's from TikTok. I know ball, right? So, it's to say, I know struggle. I know what it's like, right? So, I feel like um, you guys look very fruitful. You guys look very well put together. You guys look like, you have your life together. We got the Empress here with the Eight of Wands. So we also have, let me get it. We also have the Death card with the High Priestess. So what I'm getting very heavy here is you guys are shining. You guys glowed up. I'm hearing Ruby Rose glowed up, got more money than my dad now. And we do have Ace of Pentacles here as well. So yes, like you guys are looking really good. You guys are looking like you have all your ducks in a row. You guys are just looking like, you got it all together. All right. But like I said, I was hearing, I know ball. So although you have it all together, there was a time where you had to experience, the Tower and the Nine of Wands, just like anyone else. You've been through struggle. You've been through the ringer. You've been through some real serious stuff. And I feel like, a great deal of this could have been inflicted on you by your family. So I am getting a bit of Starseed energy here, that chosen energy here. A lot of us, we tend to be born into families that do not energetically fit us. So that's what I'm pretty much getting, for this reading is you guys made it. You guys made it. So round of applause, pat yourself on the back, throw yourself a party tonight because you have made it. You've made it. You could have cut these family members off. You can no longer be in communication with these family members. I feel like these people were extremely judgmental towards you. They were very not understanding. They didn't want to understand you. They were actually committed to misunderstanding you. That's the sad part about it, right? So yeah, I'm getting a lot of that energy of like purposely misunderstanding you, purposely trying to write you in a different light and make people see you a way that you aren't. And it's especially cruel because you were a child or you were young, you were a teenager. You didn't deserve that. You didn't do anything to deserve that. This was a result of these people's own insecurities and jealousies that they were taking out on you. These people were extremely jealous. They were extremely insecure. They couldn't stand your light. They couldn't stand your childlike wonder. These people wanted to humble you. They wanted to rob you of your innocence. They wanted to rob you of your childhood. They wanted to adultify you at a young age. They could have put a lot of responsibilities on you that did not belong on you. These people were very bitter. They were very bitter, they were very childish. They were very immature. They were very low vibrational. These people were kind of evil. For a lot of you, these people were very evil. And they refused to celebrate you, you know. It's just really nasty energy that these people had towards you growing up. You know, these people manufactured towers in your life. They could have kicked you out at an early age. They could have just done things to make life harder for you on purpose. This was their intent. This was not an accident. This was very much on purpose, unfortunately. Okay? And now the chickens have come home to roost because you are fully in your power. You are, you know, the Empress, the High Priestess here. You guys are very successful. You guys are in the spotlight. These people try to diminish you in every way that they could, and it didn't work. You still prevailed. They weren't able to dim your light. They weren't able to put you in a box and make you someone that you're not. They were unsuccessful at ruining your reputation. In fact, these people, they ruined their own reputation because essentially, you know, it's like, why would you do that to someone who didn't deserve it, to someone who was innocent, you know, to someone who was only loving and kind. Okay? And, you know, you had to learn to start defending yourself. You had to learn to kind of have a hard outer shell. You had to learn to protect yourself, protect this soft, loving innocence about yourself. I'm getting like something like wear your heart on your sleeve, something like that. Yeah, this was not right. These people were extremely jealous. Okay, look at that. They were very, very jealous. They were very immature. They let their jealousy get the best of them. They wanted to humble you. They wanted to make you feel less than because your light made them feel less than, but that's not your problem. These people, they wanted to swap destinies with you. They wanted to be you. They wanted to take the opportunities that you had coming for you. They could see that who you were. They knew. It was very obvious. You were always kind. You always had this light. You always had this innocence about you. And these people were just evil and nasty. And they wanted to snuff that light out. They wanted to dim it. They wanted to make you look like something that you were not. They told a lot of lies about you. They withheld the truth. They said whatever made them sound good. But those days are over because now you're in your power. And the days where they were able to get away with hiding the truth and misconstruing things, that's no longer the case. I feel like for a lot of you, you no longer talk to these family members or these loved ones, or you have a very like estranged relationship with them. So you guys are not very close, even if you do talk to them for some of you. But I'm getting for a lot of you, you guys don't talk. But yeah, so Yeah, I feel like these people, they're feeling the burn now. All that burden that they tried to put on you is now being put on them. And you just living in your truth and you being who you are is showing the reality of how horrible these people actually were. You guys could have, you know, learned at an early age to just start going within and to not really count on others and to kind of be hyper independent due to this behavior. They were quite literally manufacturing towers in your life. I feel like removing stability from you at a very young age, just doing really messed up stuff. Yeah, 6 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. These people could have stole money, you know. They could have tried to make you pay bills and a house at a very young age. Just really messed up stuff. So yeah, I'm getting like I know ball, because now you are shining. Now you are the sun. Now you are a great example of what to be. Yeah, let's get some more. Yeah, you guys are a great example of what to be. People look up to you. People are not looking up to these people, but they're looking up to you though. I feel like people are disappointed with these people, like how they tried to make it like they were disappointed in you. People are disappointed in these people. Oh my goodness gracious. When the card falls, you gotta fight for it. And that was the judgment that fell too. They don't like it. It's not so fun when the rabbit got the gun, huh? Exactly. Knight of Wands. Yeah, they're not having fun being judged. And this judgment is being called on them because you're living in your truth. 6 of Wands. You have become victorious despite all the things that they've said about you, despite all the towers that they manufactured in your life. You still came out on top. Ooh, wow, they're talking. 5 of Swords, they are talking. They are talking. Wow, they're still hating. They are still hating. Yeah, these people are very competitive. They were very competitive with you. And it's really weird because I just feel like you were a child. They were competing with a child. But again, that's the story of a lot of starseeds, is unfortunately these kind of things happen. But yeah, these people, they could have made it, they could have just tried to make it seem like you were a problem child all the time. Like you were just doing regular, normal stuff, and they just made it like, you know, like they were making mountains out of molehills. Like they just wanted people to see you like in the same light that they saw you in, and the truth prevailed. The truth prevailed, which you turned out to be, you know, yeah, you turned out to be everything that they said that you wouldn't be. And these people, they're not biting their words, or they're not being like, oh my gosh, I wish I didn't say that, or I wish I didn't do that. They're not being like, oh dang, I'm a loser, basically. They're not. They're just being like, you know, how dare collective prove us wrong. That's their whole mindset about it, is like, how dare you prove us wrong? All that shit we were talking about you, how dare you turn around and be the empress? How dare you do that? Wow, yeah, you guys are really giving Starseed energy. This was always gonna happen. You guys can have maybe like a birthmark here or something like this, or some type of freckles or something like on your shoulders. You guys could be really good at your makeup, or something about your face is just very delicate and very soft and very feminine. Yeah, I feel like they made you out to be the black sheep, and now you're the black cat. Okay, you guys know black cat energy. We got the death card and the high priestess here. You guys know ball. You guys know what it's like to unnecessarily be made out to be the bad guy. I feel like you guys had to lick your own wounds. Because, I mean, again, like, these people, they're not even admitting that they were wrong. You know, they're just being like, how dare you prove us wrong? So, like, you had to do all this healing on your own. And, wow, you guys did the damn thing, okay? Like, you guys really did the damn thing. Look at this. Look how beautiful that is. We got the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and the Ace of, the Ace of Swords. So this was always going to be. This was meant for you. This was your destiny to be great. Okay? I feel like you guys, you know, needed to learn to protect yourself. So that's what you guys, yeah, that's what you guys learned how to do. You guys learned how to go inward. You learned how to lick your own wounds. You learned how to heal yourself. And you learned how to, you know, not let people do the things that these people have done. It was a hard lesson learned, but you are a beacon of light for other people. Okay. What else, Spirit, here? Any other messages for our collective? Yeah, these people are salty. The World card, 5 of Coins. These people are so salty because you didn't turn out to be who they said you were going to be. You turned out to be the exact opposite of what they said you were. You turned out to be the exact opposite. These people's ego is very hurt. Their pride is hurt. Wow, look at that. The Lovers with the Wheel of Fortune. This is the second time we had the Wheel of Fortune. The first time we had the Wheel of Fortune was, you know, with the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. So again, this is them seeing your light as a child and deciding that they were going to steal it, deciding that they were going to diminish it, deciding they were going to try to make you small because they were jealous, and they're still jealous. These people haven't changed. They haven't changed worth a damn. This is definitely a Starseed message. Yeah, you had to learn to protect your soft nature. Like that carefree nature about yourself, you had to learn when to be carefree and when to protect yourself. You had to learn to see people for who they truly are. Yeah, communication can be very sparse between you and these people. And when you guys do talk, you know, you can still catch in their tone and in the way they speak to you that these people are still the same. They haven't changed, unfortunately. But it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. You love yourself. You don't need their approval anymore. You're the boss now. You're the person that people are looking up to. I'm hearing something about your siblings as well. Maybe your siblings also dealt with this type of unfortunate behavior. And you all, and you know, especially you, turned out to be amazing. Yeah, to have a high level of self-worth and to just be what's the word, you're just good with yourself. Like, you're happy within. You don't need anyone else's approval. You don't need these people's approval. Like, it's useless to you. You celebrate yourself. You learn to celebrate yourself at an early age, because these people, they refuse to. They refuse to. So you had to celebrate yourself. You had to learn to start protecting yourself, protecting your good heart, your love, your kindness, you know, knowing when to give and when not to give. That was something very important that you had to learn, which was when to give and when not to give. Yes, Strength card. You guys made it without these people. You guys are shining. The Empress again with the Emperor and the Lovers and the Strength. You guys are miraculous. You know, especially after what these people have put you through. Because like I said, these people, they purposely manufactured difficulties in your life because they wanted to see you fail. They wanted all the lies that they said about you to be true. It's very nasty. It's very nasty. Like, it's very nasty. It's very low vibrational. It's very gross. Yeah, like, people see these people for who they are. That's the funny part. We got 5 of Swords again. Page of Coins and 8 of Wands. You know, it's bound for people to see these people for who they are, because their behavior is just so blatant. It's like, how can you not celebrate the collective? How can you not celebrate the collective? Like, the collective is amazing. The collective is great. The collective is kind, giving, you know, strong. The collective no ball because of your ass, because you was throwing all the balls. So yeah, you know, I'm getting like that quote or whatever, that trend on TikTok, I know ball, is giving me like, you know, I know curveballs. I know what it's like to have curveballs thrown at me. You guys had a lot of curveballs thrown at you, but again, this wasn't just life's curveballs. This wasn't just by freak accident. This was manufactured out of jealousy. And these people are still jealous. Instead of, you know, being jealous of your innocence from when you were a child and, you know, seeing your potential, they were extremely jealous of your potential. Now they're jealous that you're living up to your potential. So these people were just, they were never going to get their ish together. They could have, you know, decided to work with you, but they didn't. And, you know, I'm getting too that the only thing that they're really sad about is the fact that they don't get credit. They don't get credit for who you are. Not in the sense that they want, not the type of credit that they want. They're not getting credit for you becoming who you are. The Emperor and the Lovers and the Empress, like, that's very well-rounded, beautiful energy. You are in your power. I'm really getting just heavy Starseed energy. A lot of Starseeds tend to be born in families that do not energetically match them. Yes. There wasn't a balance here. There wasn't an equal give and take. I feel like Spirit You have spirit guides that were watching over you this whole time. They were watching this dynamic. They weren't gonna let it get too far. Just enough for you to become who you are now. Yeah, Temperance, Knight of Swords. Just enough to make them salty. 3 of Cups. Ten of Wands, exactly. Just enough to make them salty. Let's close out with some affirmations. This was like a beautiful message, but like, yeah, these people really didn't want to be seen for who they actually are. They're very resentful about that. They were hoping that they would always be in the dark. And if they haven't been seen for who they are yet, they're most definitely seen in the spirit realm, of course. So the spirit realm definitely sees them for exactly who they are. And if, you know, if the truth isn't obvious to the masses now, it soon will be. It definitely soon will be. Your spirit guides could be waiting for the perfect time to reveal this information. Yeah, people are gonna point the finger at these people. People are gonna be very disapproving of these people. They're gonna be like, wow, they did what? They said what? No way. They're gonna be, yeah, that all the stuff they did in the dark, they're gonna be the talk of the town, and not in a way where they were hoping. Because even still now, they got a nerve to be jealous that you overcame all the obstacles that they put in your way. They got a nerve to feel some type of way about it. But you were just flourishing. You were just beautiful. You were so strong. And you were just such a beacon of light. And you give people so much hope. And people just love you. I feel like people generally love you. Like, from their heart space, like, they generally love you. They admire you. You are genuinely admired. People genuinely love you. So these people, you know, they withheld their love, but don't nobody need it anyway. Don't nobody need it. Don't nobody want it. We have, I am doing work that I find fulfilling. I feel like some of you could be like social workers, or like work with troubled kids or something like that, a teacher or spiritualist. We have, I am courageous and I stand up for myself. We also have, there is a reason this is unfolding before me. My body is healthy. I deserve to feel joy. I love myself deeply. My past is not a reflection of my future. Your past is nowhere near a reflection of your future. And that's why I was getting that I know ball and that 9 of Wands with the Tower in the beginning, is you have been through some ish. And I feel like it was unnecessary. You are most definitely not a reflection of your past. A lot of people could find you to be privileged. A lot of people could find you to be, you know, someone who hasn't really, you know, been through the ringer. And that's why I was hearing that I know ball. Because make no mistake, just because you're here in the flesh and you're shining and you're beautiful and you're a beacon of light for others, you were in the dark at one time. We have, I forgive those who hurt me. Wow. The point of life is balance, not perfection. Wow. Let's see. I know I want to close out, but let's get like, what's these people's karma for real, because Like, that was kind of messed up of them. It really was. They took advantage of your innocence and your kindness and your youth and your naivety. I mean, they were supposed to be there to protect you and to guide you, and instead they, you know, they were catty with you. They made rumors about you. That's so weird. Running. That's their karma right there. Is they're going to be running from the consequences of their actions, of what they've done to you. They're going to be running for a long time, if not for forever, for the fact that they treated you like this. I feel like, yeah, this running is giving me a restless energy. Like, these people are going to be restless within themselves. They're not the type of people that like really reflect and like, you know, do better with themselves, do better with their life or anything like that. But they're going to be running from themselves for a very long time, if not forever. These people are never going to grow. They're always going to be stuck in the same mindset, you know, in the same cycle while you continue to grow. Okay? These people are spiritually bankrupt. But you, Queen Rising, and you gonna keep rising. I love that for you guys. Okay? So, yeah. You see that cup? And you see that sword of truth right there? This is giving me like the energy of like the Empress and the Emperor merged into one. You know, you got your sword of truth. You're not confused. You know what to do. And you got your cup of love that you feed yourself with. But you also, it's like you're not bitter. You're not bitter at all. But you just know how to move now. That's all. These people just taught you a lot. That's all. They taught you some really harsh lessons. That's all. But I really love that for you guys. You guys are a spiritual giant. You guys are a force to be reckoned with. And these people fucked up. Okay? And it's probably going to take them lifetimes to figure this out. But, like, you don't care. You got other things to do. You got other things to worry about. Like, I feel like you let this go. So, yeah, continue to love on yourself. Continue to take care of your health. Continue to stand up for yourself. Continue to do work that heals others and heals yourself in the process. And I wish you the best on your journey. See you in the next one. Bye.